Hey, what's going on, guys? So, kind of back on the 55 there today a little bit. I know we've been kind of jumping all over the place the last couple of videos between the Beaumont and then, the short box, kind of going through that a little bit more. See how that is. I probably got to bring the Nova home pretty soon. It looks like the weather's finally nice, but kind of is how it is. So make sure you leave in the comments what car you'd rather see me work on a little bit or do a little bit more information on, or wherever you guys want. But today I'm finally going to get to probably, barking around the shifter, clean up the interior a little bit, start getting this 55 ready to go, because weather's nice. I want to get the motor in here and get this thing on the road. So that's what I'm going to work on. 55 here, get the interior mostly together as much as I can, maybe hook up the steering the next couple days, get that going. So I'll probably next next video, so I'm going there. And then I want to drag the front end out. Now it's nice, I can put it in the driveway and sand it there, and that way I don't have to worry about messing up the shop too bad. So that's what'll be going on, and yeah, you guys can check it out. Alright, well, I've been doing a lot of screwing around. I haven't been doing any filming. It's been just kind of tedious stuff. So I had to make a little bracket for the seat to fit, because it's in space there, because of how far I want it back for me to be comfortable in this thing. So the seat's just kind of loosely mounted. I put the carpet in, I just kind of held it down with this side plate there. And now the next thing I'm doing, I'm just kind of sizing up how I want to be in it. So, I'm pretty comfortable right now. I could go back a little bit more in the seat, but now I just want to know where I want to place the shifter. So that's kind of where I'm going to be right now, just messing around, where I think is going to be the best spot for it. I'll anchor that down and then, run the cable down through the floor. And that's pretty much it for this side. And then I got to basically repeat on the other side, which is a bit of a nightmare, but it is what it is. So I'm making a hell of a mess in here, but I got the shifter kind of roughed in where I want it. I got it set back, so it should be a nice spot there. So now that I got the seat in on that side, the shifter in, I can kind of start pulling the carpet more to get it kind of taut on this side. Then I can kind of trim what I'm not going to use. Put the sill plate in, and then yeah, it should be good. I got to fit that other seat on this side too, but halfway done anyways. So that's kind of that. And then obviously I got to trim around the edges on both sides, and then up around the firewall. I'm not too sure, the footwell, I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. And then try and wrestle the back seat in. I never put it in properly, so once I get this seat here, pretty much where I want it, before I bolt it all down 100%, I'll put that seat in, anchor everything down, because it's going to be a pain to get in the back seat with these racing buckets. But yeah, so I'm making a fair bit of progress. I'll get this cleaned up, kind of show you how the other seat's going to fit, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, it's probably about 4:30. I just got off work there, so I figured I'd do a little work on the car. So I cleaned the glass up real nice, put the moldings and all that in. I don't know if I showed you that last time there. So I did the shifters kind of roughed in there, set up. I went and got some wire. I'm going to wire up the neutral safety and backup lights, and just run that wire through before I get that sucker locked in completely. Once I get that in, then I'm going to mount the passenger seat, kind of tighten up the carpet a little bit, put my little trim pieces in, put the bottom of the back seat in, maybe screw in the top piece. I got to figure something out there because all the little clips are broken. But then the interior is kind of mostly together, which is a nice spot to be in for a change. So I'll get in there, I'll have the shifter all taken apart, and I'll kind of maybe give you a once over how everything works there. Alright guys, so I got the shifter kind of roughed in where I want it. So this right here is the shifter cable. This obviously goes to the transmission, so as you move the shifter, it pulls and pushes, so it'll put it in out of gear. I just set up the two micro switches here. This one here is for neutral safety, so only start in park, and the one on this side is for reverse lights. So the way it works is there's a bit of a cam on the shifter, so you can see how the micro switch is pushed up right now because we're in park. If I pull it back and put it in neutral or reverse, it dropped down there, so you can see it. So it only works in park and neutral. And on the flip side, this one's the opposite. It goes off in park, only works in reverse, and then back in neutral, it's gone. So that's that. It's kind of rough together. I'm going to put all the case and all that back on now, screw it all together, and it should be done. Okay, so shifter's all together. These are the wires here I fished through for the neutral safety and the reverse lights. I just marked them. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So it's all together. pretty simple. It's marked, you know, park to first there. So this shifter you can, you know, put it in reverse. It's got a lockout. It won't go back into park. You can pull it back to neutral. Then it won't back, go into reverse. Then between neutral and drive, you can move those no problem. And then as you put it back in, it go to first, second, drive, and then you can go between the two. So that's how this one works. So pretty simple. It'll have backup lights. It'll have neutral safety. It's pretty much right where I want it, where I'm going to be when I'm driving. And that's it. So yeah, clean the rest of this junk out, and I got an idea how I want to mount the passenger seat. After I did the driver's seat, I learned a little bit, so I'm going to do that. Bolt that in, and then yeah, that's it for interior. Passenger seats installed. I got the carpet over, the molding on. I just kind of trimmed up the edges a little bit. I still got lots of trimming to do at the front of the carpet there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all the junk miscellaneous tools. It's amazing how much stuff you can take out of the toolbox, do a few simple jobs, but I'm going to get this all cleaned up, and then work on the back seat. I want to get this in pretty much permanently. It's kind of cockeyed a little bit, so I'll crawl back there, get it where I want it, and put a couple screws on the bottom to hold it in, and then I can put the bottom piece in. Just fits in with a little spring there. I got to cut out a little hole in the carpet where it's going to grab, and then I don't know where I'm going next, but it's always something. All right, check this out. So the interior's all kind of cleaned up. Seats are in, got all that working out. Got the back seats in properly. It's all kind of dirty, but it is what it is. Started cleaning everything up. So that's that. I got the little metal panels on the on the doors themselves. I'm missing one on the driver's side. I gotta go find. I think I have a spare one in the basement. And then I went over and took apart the column. So this little tube inside. So I took that all apart. This is obviously a column shift car at one point, so I'm going to kind of take it apart, see if I can take some of this stuff off so I don't have to deal with any of this under the hood. But it's got a little spring here. This little bushing is what holds it all together on the bottom side, so I'll probably just clean that all up, grease everything back up, and put it back together, and hopefully that'll be perfect. So I'm going to probably clean this up, and I think I'm going to call it for right now. It's supper time. It's about 7 o'clock, so it's been a few hours out in the garage. So I'm going in, but again, lots of progress today. It's always nice when you get job after job done, and I'm really loving how parts are going back on the car instead of coming off. So that's awesome, but I don't know if that's where this will end now, but yeah, I'll be back and show you how the column turned out. Well, instead of going inside and having dinner, I decided to take it all apart, clean it, pack full of grease, and put it back together, and then hang it up and give it a quick coat of paint. So now the column, let that dry. I should be able to slip it right over and clamp it in there, and clamp it to the firewall. I think I should have all that hardware still, and it'll look all nice under there. And I didn't want to touch any of the beat up stuff you're going to see on the top. So you'll see a bit of the column will be black, but it's got a little bit of chrome trim go around it, and then that little coupler or whatever. So it's supposed to look beater on the inside. But now I am going for dinner.